So the Guyanese Critic is coming to you for daybreak news from the East Coast Highway at Annandale. I'm on the main road and an accident just occurred here. I'm going to be very straightforward about the accident. An individual was crossing the road here. A motor car was coming from this direction, and I'm very straightforward for one reason. The accident involves my big son Michael. So he was driving his car, and he just told me someone came across the road. He hit the individual. The individual was taken to the hospital by police. So I am not gonna do my normal routine of how I think the accident transpired and all of that, since it involves my son, and I do not want to put the injured individual at a disadvantage. So I will say what I was told. And so Michael was coming from in that direction. Somewhere around here, a gentleman was coming across from that way. He hit the individual. The front windscreen is damaged. There's some damage, a slight dent to the front of the car on the bonnet. So let me just show you what. There was a bit of food here. There's blood somewhere on the road. There's a cigarette here. This is where the car stopped. This is the marking. The police came, and Michael is presently at Vigilance Station taking a breathalyzer test. So this is where the car stopped, and I'm gonna review the video footage. If you see from where the car stopped to where is suggested to be the point of impact, there's some food here. Yes. So this, somewhere around this area is the point of impact, because the individual would have been coming out from this street. His sister is now also at the station and said that he went, he was at them for some food. So you got particles of food here. It goes all the way. Okay, the food stops somewhere about here. Just to get the point of impact. So this would be somewhere about the point of impact, in light of the fact that this is straight across from the street, and he would have been heading over to that street over there. And roughly 30 feet away, the car stopped. There's no skid marks. I asked Michael if he had anything to drink. He said he had none to drink, and he did a breathalyzer test. I have a video that he did a breathalyzer test that show it was zero alcohol. He did this in front of I asked the family members to witness this too, just to ensure that everybody's satisfied with what happened. You got some blood stains here, and there's some markings here. So the police told me the individual seems to have broken his hand, and he's not very responsive. So I am going to go down to Georgetown Hospital and try to get a better understanding of what's transpired. I've spoken to the family, and by the way, I'm from Annandale, so I know the family, I know the people. There's a guy who I've known most of my life. He's known in Annandale as Mukesh. For those of you who have just tuned into Daybreak News with the Guyanese Critic, I'm coming to you from Annandale on the east coast of Demerara, where I'm reporting an accident. But I must also say the accident involves my eldest son. He stopped to render assistance. Marks were made on the road. The police escorted him to the station, while the police also assisted in taking the accident victim to the hospital, where I will go and check that now. At the scene here, when Michael called me, I asked him if he had anything to drink, if he was going at a fast rate of speed. Just the basic things I would ask when I go on an accident scene. But the scene here speaks for itself. I do not want to go through the normal process that I do go through and explaining how these things happen and these things. But this would be the crossing area. You see the food, the guy had food in his hand, he was crossing the road. His condition is not known in terms of how he was physically. If he was under the influence, that's not known. But later we're going to get into those details. And about 30, 25 feet away from the point of impact, there are markings for Michael's car. When I came, the car was in the corner there. Police were here with him. He stopped to render assistance, and he's now at the vigilance station where I just witnessed him take a breathalyzer test that show he doesn't have any alcohol in his system. This was witnessed by family members of the accident victim. I am going to try to see if I could get some footage from the people over here to help in really ascertaining what really transpired. And I have requested that everything go by the books. Nonetheless, this is the kind of thing I talk about and advocate for on a daily basis. So, you know, it's my wish for justice to be served. Look at this. There are some people across the road. You can't even see them. The lights, the road lights are not working. So this place is pitch dark, except for your lights on your car. This place is pitch dark. Right? Look at it. Look. You got two men riding a bike. Look. Two men riding bicycle. You can't see them. Those are guys riding bicycle. Now a guy's gonna come across the road. You can't see he wearing black and riding a bicycle. What's going on? You could see you can't see him. This is the dangers you're dealing with on the road every day. Very unfortunate situation. The Guyanese critic for Daybreak News reported an accident from Annandale on the East Coast Highway, and right here I came when the Chinese knocked down two young men, crippling one, partially crippling one for some time, and killing another right across the road there. So these kind of incidences are very touching for me. Unfortunately, this specific incident is closer to home. The Guyanese critic for Daybreak News.